Hey y'all, it's Katie. Welcome back to From My Vanity. Today we're going to be talking about products that I wasn't going to buy until I found out that I could buy them from Ulta. I'm super excited to be sharing this video with you guys, but before we get into that, I do want to share that I'm going to be collaborating on this video idea with Jen from Beauddiction. If you aren't following Jen, you need to. I really do enjoy Jen. I actually originally found her from her Instagram page and fell in love. She is the ideal, like my favorite person to follow for arm swatches, and I feel like I was just recently talking about arm swatches and how Instagram is so big on the arm swatches, the pretty arm swatches. Jen does them so well, so beautifully. I love her Instagram page, like just in general. Her Instagram page is always on point, but her arm swatches are phenomenal and so gorgeous. And her YouTube channel is amazing as well. I really appreciate her reviews, and she's able to put out really more like concise reviews, which I appreciate because I know I can be super long-winded. So if you like more short and concise, someone who can get to the point and not drag it on for forever, you should go to Jen because she will give you the information that you need without all the repeating and, you know, stuff that I tend to do. So yeah, I definitely encourage you to go over and check out Jen's channel and also the video that she is doing in collaboration with me on this video idea. So the whole idea behind this was just basically because I love Ulta so much. I mean, it should come as no surprise that I am such a Ulta Beauty fan. I love the rewards programs. If I can at all possible wait to buy a product until it comes to Ulta, that is me. But I'm also that person where if I can buy at Sephora and I can buy it at Ulta, I just buy it at Ulta and just don't, I try not to buy at Sephora if I don't have to, basically, because Ulta rewards programs are the bomb. I am platinum. Not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna be diamond before the end of the year. I don't want this to turn into a spiel on how you can take advantage of the Ulta Rewards program, which if you want me to, let me know that, and I'd love to put a video like that together because I am someone who's very strategic in my shopping at Ulta. I make sure I get things at certain times, and I wait for certain things, and I wait for certain coupons along with certain bonus points and that sort of thing. So I could totally do that and share a video with you guys, but I also feel like there are videos out there already, which I believe JenLuvsReviews did a really thorough one, so I'll go find that and put that down in the description box if you want to see that. Maybe that'll answer all your questions and I won't have to do another video, but let me know. Anyway, this isn't going to be a video on Ulta Rewards program. This is a video talking about products that I was convincing myself out of buying, or I had convinced myself out of purchasing it, and then I saw that I could get it at Ulta, and that broke me and I bought it. So that is the spiel. That's what we're going to be talking about today. I have 5 products to share with you guys. I know that was rather long-winded. Go check out Jen's video, Beauddiction. I'm very sure her intro will not be as long as mine, but let's just jump right into it. All right, so the first step, this was a product that was getting so much hype before it was launched, and I was kind of intrigued, but when it launched and came out, I was just like, no, like I don't want to have to buy from the, purchase from the brand because I'm not really interested in anything else from the brand. I can't get free shipping, that sort of thing. And then on top of that, I don't know, it's just, I wasn't super intrigued. I should just tell you what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the Revolution Conceal and Define, Makeup Revolution, whatever their name is now, this concealer. Now, I wasn't super intrigued because people were saying, oh, this is going to be an affordable dupe for the Tarte Shape Tape. And I don't like the Tarte Shape Tape, so I was kind of like, well, yeah, that intrigues me because everyone's saying it's going to be this new great thing. It's only like $6, $7. But if it's going to be like the Tarte Shape Tape, I really don't want it. I really have no interest in it because I'm not crazy about the Tarte Shape Tape. So anyway, I had talked myself out of it. It came, and I want to say it was a while after I had said no. I just didn't want to buy from the Makeup Revolution website. I didn't have anything else that I wanted to purchase, so I couldn't get free shipping, and it was just too much hassle and extra money for a affordable concealer. So anyway, talked myself out of it, didn't want it, and then Ulta Beauty started selling Makeup Revolution, and this concealer popped up on there when I was shopping one day, and I was like, oh, you know what, $7? Put it in, I got my free shipping. Now I am happy to say that I actually do like this concealer, not for concealing because I feel like it's not really that full coverage. I know people are saying Tarte Shape Tape, but when I put it on, I feel like maybe medium coverage, maybe even light, depending on like how much you put on. I don't know. I'm not super impressed with like the coverage on this thing for me personally, in my under eyes at least. But what I love this for, and what I feel like I'm going to go through this pretty quickly for, is putting over my eyes after I've primed them. Now I do still have to prime them because I have very oily eyelids. This does not do it as a primer for me. my eyeshadow look still creased with this, but after I've primed my eyes, I like going on top with this because it's very light on my skin, but it gives me some color correcting coverage and kind of helps the mattes, especially when I'm using mattes on my eyes, helps them just build up the color and get more intensity in them. And I don't know, I think I got the idea because I tried this out, reviewed it, was just like, and then wasn't really using it. And then Youkeyy, that's who. Youkeyy started using this in her video, saying that she loved this for her eyes because it doesn't dry down and it has a bit of a tacky base to it. Not super tacky though, but it doesn't like set itself is what she was saying. And so she said it works very well for her eyes. And I was like, ooh, that's something, that's what I could use this up for. And so I have been using it. I can't really tell. I think I've been using it. I don't know. I've definitely, oh wait, I'm looking in there. There is not much left. I felt like the last time I used this, there wasn't a whole lot in there. So I am using this up. If you're curious, I'm in C6. I am using this up and I will be repurchasing it because I just love it for my eyeshadows. So yeah, I talked myself out of it. Ulta convinced me. I really do love it. Not for my under eyes, but for my eyelids. So there you go. This should come as no surprise because I feel like I just talked about it recently in my swatches or palettes made just for swatches video. It is the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill Armed and Gorgeous palette. Now this palette was something I was teetering on a ton before it came out. They were teasing it, and this is before the whole drama of recalling it. She was teasing it, she was showing swatches of it. This intrigued me mainly for these yellows, oranges, and green. These other colors are really pretty, but they're more like the typical, but these colors are super pretty. Made me think of the Gemini palette, and I was just like, those tones just speak to me with fall coming on. It would be super pretty. I was just so tempted. And then when the whole debacle with the launch postponing the launch happened, I was just like, no, Katie, just don't get it. Trust me, I was still waffling. If you guys watch my Insta stories, you saw me waffling. So when they announced that they were gonna, the new launch date, they did mention in the comments, I believe, where I went to Ulta Beauty's website. I forget how I went on a hunt. I was like, I wonder if Ulta Beauty's gonna sell it. And so I went on a hunt looking around. It turns out it launched the same day as on the Morphe website. So I was just like, sold, I'm gonna get it because yeah, if I had to buy it from the Morphe website, I think I would have ended up talking myself out of it because I didn't want to place that big of an order on the Morphe website to get free shipping. And Morphe website, at least the last time I purchased there or was going to purchase there, their shipping's not cheap, and I didn't want to make an affordable eyeshadow palette be over $20. So yeah, I was waffling, but I feel like if it ended up not going to Ulta, I probably would have just passed on it and just skipped over it because it's just too expensive, and I didn't want any other palettes in the collection. But because it was at Ulta, it is now mine because Ulta has a great return policy. No funny business there. So to give a little bit of a review, and I am going to be reviewing this in my monthly makeup review. I feel like I've been talking about this palette a lot and I still even haven't reviewed it yet, but I will be giving more of an in-depth review there. This palette is just okay. I am glad I own it though. I am glad that I have it. I can see myself enjoying getting good looks out of it. This green is not my favorite, but it can work. There are pros and cons. We're gonna get into it. I would rate this, using this and the quality of it, I would put it at the Bad Habit palette level, which I feel like price-wise, it is at that level. So even though I could totally go take it back to Ulta and return it, no problem, I do enjoy it. I am gonna keep it. And yeah, this is one that Ulta just sealed the deal with this one. I was going back and forth so much, but Ulta was there for me. Next up, we're going to talk about the Dose of Colors. I don't even know what these are called. They're 5-pan palettes. Now, this one, maybe, I feel like I could see myself purchasing this eventually from their site at some point. But this was one I had noticed for a while, but I didn't get around to purchasing it just because I didn't want to buy it from the Dose website. But this one definitely was one that I purchased completely because it was on Ulta and they had a sale. But this was one that the tones in here I'm not as into, like I'm not as adamant about, so I wouldn't have gone out of my way and purchased it on the Dose website. But yeah, this is definitely, when Dose came to Ulta, or Ulta announced that Dose was coming, I was so excited and I knew that these palettes were going to be the first thing that I was going to get from them. I have gotten a few of their lipsticks too, but yeah. These palettes I definitely bought because they are a little bit more expensive, and I don't know, I just love that I could buy these palettes and the points are going towards future purchases, you know, keeping my platinum status and all that jazz. So I felt like they were well worth it to buy it from Ulta, and I had fewer reservations when I purchased it because I knew I was getting it from Ulta. A little review on this. I actually have not tried this palette. I know that's terrible. I hope to be able to try it soon. I haven't tried this, but I can speak to the Sassy Siennas palette, and I have a review of it up. So I'm just gonna leave it up here in the cards. If you want to go and watch it, I do swatch all of these shadows on my eyes, as well as do a look with all of them and give you my review. So if you want to go there, but just as a short synopsis, I love it, and I do love a good pigmented matte shadow. And these little 5-pan palettes from Dose, they give you that pigment, they give you that blendability, and I love it. So yeah, I gotta hand it to Dose. I'm so glad that they came to Ulta, and when I'm filming this, it's had just been announced today that Katie and Desi are collabing again, and they're doing a palette with Dose of colors, and it's going to be available at Ulta, I think like a week or two after they launch, so I am waiting for it to come to Ulta. Next up is the Ofra highlighters, and now I did get an Ofra highlight in a BoxyCharm, but I'm not really counting that because I didn't purchase it from their website. I didn't know I was getting it. But this highlighter right here, it is the highlighter in Glazed Donut. It's the Nikki Tutorials collab. This highlighter was because it was at Ulta. Now this is something I've been eyeing for a long time, and I had planned to get at some point from Ulta because Ofra recently came to Ulta, but I had just kind of been putting it off. And then during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, this was like 40 or 50% off, I forget. It was a good price, so I was like, okay, I'm getting one of their highlighters, and I've been curious to try their new packaging and just to see how it is, but also I've been wanting to try another highlighter. I have a very gold highlight. What is it, Rodeo Drive? I can't even remember. And now I have this baby here. I actually have it on my cheeks today. I feel like it's a little light for my skin, and I do have a pretty good tan on right now from this past summer. So I feel like over the winter, as my tan leaves, it'll look even better. But I don't know, I really don't mind it being so super light. But anyway, I bought this because it was at Ulta and I could get it for a good price, but also it, once again, purchase going towards my points. I've been curious to try more of their highlighters, but wasn't gonna break down and buy it from Ofra, and then they came to Ulta, so I've been having my eye on it for a while, and then it was part of the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. So the stars aligned and I own it, and I do like their formula. It's very blinding. I love the gold one, especially with my tan, and I feel like I'll like this in the winter. It is a very soft formula. Is it as soft as, I feel like it's not as soft as the Lorac highlighter that I own. I think that one's a little bit softer, but it is very nice, super pigmented, and like not super glittery, which I appreciate. Like, of course there's glitter, there's reflectiveness in it, but when you blend it in, it really does just kind of give this really illuminated look to your skin. Not the craziest fan of their square packaging. I don't know, it's just me. I'm already getting it super dirty. Yeah, I'm not crazy about the packaging, but it's fine. It's nicer. It's a ton nicer. I should put that out there. It's a whole lot nicer than their packaging used to be, because they used to have such cheap packaging for their products, which didn't align with their price tag because they are more expensive. So at least this looks more luxe and looks more, you know, appropriate for their price tag. So I will say that. Last up, we're going to talk about the Lime Crime Venus XL palette. This was something that when Lime Crime launched it, I was super interested in. And honestly, like, I'm not super into the red, so I don't know what about this exactly intrigued me, but I just remember every time I saw it, I was like, that looks so pretty. Like, I wonder what kind of looks I could get. I really like this Flora shade. I really like the Passion. They were really vibrant colors, and just something about this, every time I saw it on, you know, Instagram and I saw the promos for it, I was very intrigued. And maybe also because I've always been the one to want to try the Venus palettes, and I just never got around to it. So when this came out, I was super interested, really intrigued, but I didn't want to buy it from Lime Crime. Once again, because I didn't want to place a big enough order to get free shipping, and also I have purchased from them in the past. I was actually part of the whole like hack, or the security breach that they had when a lot of credit cards got stolen and stuff like that, and my credit card was stolen. I have discovered they were really good, got me a new card. It wasn't a big headache for me. Like, it was a little headache because I had to go and cancel my card because someone was spending buku of money that wasn't me, but it wasn't that big a hassle. I know a lot of people got burned a lot worse than me. But I was part of that, so when this came out, I was like, I don't really want to buy from their website if I don't have to. But when it came to Ulta, I was like, well now. And I ended up buying this with my points, so really it was kind of like a freebie for me. I don't know, I kept thinking about it, so I was like, you know what, just go ahead and do it. You've been wanting to try a Venus palette for a long time. It's a huge palette, you'll get lots of looks out of it, and you know, it's kind of sort of free or just a discounted price using your points. So yeah, I bought it. I had kind of convinced myself not to buy it because I didn't want to buy from Lime Crime, and then Ulta was like, I got you, girl. I have reviewed this in a monthly makeup review, like part of my series. I forget which month. I can leave it linked up here if I can go find it. But I have reviewed it already if you want to check that video out to kind of get the details. This palette, I'm kind of like, I'm so about. I like it if I'm feeling a pink look or a red look, which I'm not often. I feel like maybe in the winter I'll feel more into these types of deeper reds and stuff like that. But it creates pretty looks. The lasting power isn't the best for me. I notice on really long days if I wasn't wearing my bulletproof eyeshadow primer, the Lorac behind the scenes, some I could get a tiny bit creasing or just fading a little bit on this eye specifically, but some shadows more than others, I feel like these deeper tones tended to fade. But with that said, AB8 shadows, not as bad as this, but AB8 shadows don't last the best on me either. So I don't know, I enjoyed the looks that I got from it, and if I wanted a really reddish look, I could, you know, I'd pull for this one, but I'm so into the very, you know, the oranges, the yellows, and the greens, the khaki camo greens, even as I have a blue look on today. But I'm so into those that this just doesn't excite me as much. So I'm still gonna hang on to it because I did think it worked nicely. I thought it created really pretty looks, and I'm sure kind of just how trends come and go, my preferences for colors will come and go, and this palette will be the perfect thing to reach for when I'm wanting a very red cranberry type of look. All right, so there you have it. Those are the 5 products that I had talked myself out of buying, and then Ulta was just like, and I caved. I hope you guys enjoyed it though and got a little chuckle out of it. I don't mean this in any kind of negative way because, I mean, while I did cave to get these, all of them I still have in my collection and I still have for a purpose, and I do enjoy them. None of them are anything that I hate. And if I did, that's the great thing about Ulta because I just return it. I've returned a ton of stuff to Ulta that just doesn't work or that I really hate or doesn't work for my skin. You know the spiel. I love Ulta's return policy and I really appreciate them for that, knowing that when I buy a product, if it's crap or if it just doesn't work, I can get my money back, and that's very important to me. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely make sure you go out and check out Jen's video. I'll have her video linked down below so you can just click over really easily after this video and go watch it. I can't wait to see the products that she picked out as ones that Ulta just convinced her to buy, even though she thought she convinced herself not to. I'm definitely looking forward to watching hers. But yeah, I think that about wraps it up. Thank you, Jen, so much for collaborating with me on this video. I am so excited to be doing this with you. And if you're coming over from Jen's channel, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, feel free to hit the thumbs up button. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. I will see you guys very soon in my next one. Bye guys.